Now what the fuck is this? You hear me? I try to go live on YouTube to bring the world messages like the greatest message in the history of the universe, right? Evooize, the Medici. You can find me on Spotify and all these other platforms. But here live, YouTube, video, whatever you want to hear. I'm actually sitting here waiting here to get a phone call from my crackhead chick. You know what I'm saying? My buddy. She's my buddy, you know what I'm saying? KK. Just to put it honestly, KK, a little bit out there, you understand me? And I know you think KK probably Kamisha, Cassandra, whatever you got going on in your head. You know, it's got you tank whining and going in the wrong direction, right? Let me put it to you like this. KK is a white chick that comes from like the well-to-do environment, right? Or let's just say they don't know what the fuck a USDA block of cheese looks like. Now I know you new generation individuals, you like, what the fuck that nigga talking about? USDA block of cheese. Okay. Back in the day, you dig? At least my back of the day would be the 80s and 90s and things like that, right? So my back in the day, my family, they were like welfare con artists. You understand me? You know, the people that the white people think welfare is about. They go get on welfare when they're able-bodied and shit like that. They just don't want to work. Listen, my motherfucking godmother was a queen pin. She pushed heroin, probably pushed more than that. You dig? I'm talking about, I knew what a brick of heroin looked like. I was probably about 8 motherfucking years old. Came home from church. You understand me? Jesus loves the mother. Jesus loves the little children. Came home from church, come up into this goddamn crib, and guess what? It's a motherfucking Jesus relic. Probably within every 0.2 square inch of the foyer, right? This as soon as you come in the hallway to stand up. I promise you, Jesus relic. I just came from church, come past the threshold, beholding the Jesus relics and his heroin on the kitchen table. Cellophane, all wrapped in the cellophane, and the tinfoil. That's how I knew it was brick, because years later I was getting involved in shit so I could reflect on my past. Like, god damn, my motherfucking godmother was doing it. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, check it out. Since yay high to a butterfly, man, I've been around, you know, drugs my whole life. I don't use drugs. Did you hear what the fuck I told you, motherfucking that? I don't use no goddamn drugs. I've been around drugs my whole goddamn entire life. Fool, I won't even take no motherfucking goddamn Tylenol. You understand me? I had my motherfucking leg broke, little freak accident some years back. I wouldn't even go to the hospital. Fuck you mean pain pills? I'm used to pain. I was born into pain. So what you consider pain to me is okay, whatever. You feel what I'm talking about? So anyway, you know, like some money bag yo type shit. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, my realization throughout life entails and involves these particular kind of environments. So I can tell when you lying. I can tell when you telling me, hey man, you know what I'm saying? I'm a real ass nigga. Hold up. I've been around the right-hand man to the right-hand man, plus the right-hand man, that's the right-hand man of the right-man hand, who actually is the right-hand man to Larry Hoover, to motherfucking Jeff Ford, to motherfucking Lord Gino. These is major. If you want to be a white-minded individual, you'll say these is major crime figures. If you want to be a right-minded individual, these is major individuals who come up out of an environment, a dilapidated, decrepit environment, and turn that motherfucking environment into whatever's necessary so that they, their family, and a bunch of their folks and whatnot could survive under the conditions of the time. You understand what I'm saying? My point to you, these are my motherfucking buddies. These are my peoples. These are my folks that left up in that motherfucker. Federal penitentiary, state penitentiary, supermax. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the whole, you motherfucking didn't you know? Right. So anyway, I aspire not to duration of your life, you controlled by that affiliation. You did? Like I said, you know. But that's where I come from. My godmother did that kind of. My mother did that type of shit. My mother be a motherfucking supervisor for the New York Stock Exchange, so it shouldn't like amaze you that she did that. From what you know about motherfuckers that work for the New York Stock Exchange, motherfuckers on Wall Street, you know, NASDAQ, these type of that's what they do. Lord have mercy, that's what the hell they do. They know how to count beans and swipe beans at the same motherfucking time. They know how to see that. I had an ex-girlfriend that was becoming an accountant, and I told her at the time she had to do a term paper, and in her term paper she never caught the fact that I associated what she needs to understand with people like not Bernie Madoff, but Bernie Evooize. You know what I'm saying? The people from WorldCom. You know what I'm talking about? The people from Enron, shit like that. You did? You can look at them people and try to say, well, they're the rich and they're this and they're that. No, they ain't. Fool, can't name one of them motherfuckers do the shit that you claiming they did. Unless there's a bean counter behind them. The accountant behind them is the motherfucker who's doing the scheming, because they're the accountant. Nothing can come through them unless they approve it, because they know math. When you and me are sitting thinking that, man, 37 times 37 is, they already figured out, they know the exact correct answer. If they don't, they know the means and methods to get the exact correct answer. So I can't never give it in a fake answer. I can't never give them a false answer. So then that's what I'm saying. I told my baby girl back in the day, I said, you gotta look at Arthur Anderson. They're the real players, the bankers. These motherfuckers is the real players that make it happen. People's like, well, the executive just called the shots. I call the shots because I got this grandiose ideal about I'm taking over the world. One way or another, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to be a global force to reckon with on so many levels. It's just nothing you can do about it. It's my philosophy. It's called tank, wine, and grind. See, the average individual's out there grinding. You grind for what? So you can get ahead. You grind so you can get this, so you can get that. But you constantly grind. Tank, wine, and grind means I sew up the whole game. I tank wine. I go around the whole fucking game and get that bitch. The whole game is mine. The grind comes from me. My grind is for that purpose. You see what I'm saying? I'm not just grinding so I can be in the same position or the same spot. I'm grinding so I can fucking game. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, I said that to say this. I learned these tactics probably from my mother, my grandmother, the kind of people that came from that lifestyle that'll rip off. They ain't need no motherfucking welfare. You did? You got a brick of heroin on your motherfucking table. You don't need no goddamn welfare. It's a plain and simple fact of it. Goddamn do welfare if I'm doing dirt. For what? What welfare gonna do for me? Welfare for the mother people. I don't need no goddamn welfare. You know what I'm saying? My mother, like I said, she worked for the New York Stock Exchange. She played the same game. But her game was she'll be a supervisor at somebody's, you know, national whatever. And and still collecting motherfucking welfare. How's you pulling this off? She's pulling it off because she's a goddamn bean counter. That's what they do. They know how to, you know, manipulate the mathematics. So that's what this show is basically all about. This a live Broadway by me. And I'm going to introduce you to KK. One way or another, I'm going to introduce you to this crazy ass bitch. And it's not because she's crazy. It's not because, you know, I'm calling her a bitch and this, that, and the other. It's because she's a real individual. A real live person. Like anybody else in this world. Not me, of course. Our understanding is that I used to be a drug dealer. A real live drug dealer. I'm talking about Chicago, Milwaukee, Rockford, Madison. I mean, I just did my thing. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter. You feel what I'm saying? So, if you sell drugs in that many places, that means you're consciously selling drugs. You're a drug dealer. And so, unto her, listen. Your problem and the problem with everybody in this country or in the world that's going to these people, you feeling like they're cheating you and selling in the drugs that they're selling you one way or another. They're trying to cheat you and beat you. They're not drug dealers. Because a drug dealer ain't trying to figure out how to cheat you. If I cheat you, you really don't want to come back. You only come in desperation. Drug dealer, I want to treat you well. Because in the process of treating you well, you're going to come back 100,000 times. Even if I fucked up, this bag was kind of short. Oh, I made a mistake. Well, I didn't make a mistake. But because I've been a drug dealer, a real live drug dealer, I'm selling a product. In the process of me pushing a product, I have to make sure that my customers are satisfied, but not just satisfied, but enthusiastic, enthralled, and energetic about that product. You understand what I'm saying? So, when I deal with KK, she's a drug user. She does crack. You understand me? Well, she used to be on heroin. She's been on heroin twice. For years, got off, got back on heroin, and now she's like, I was sober and I ain't on heroin, but you on crack. You see what I'm saying? Now she back to some substance or another to make it through the world. So I basically break down to it, man. I understand that me and you, we go through the exact same thing, the exact same situation. I'm a black guy from the gutter, but I went to private school, man. But don't you let it get it twisted. Don't you get it twisted. I was in the Supermax by the time I was 26 on the federal. By the time I was 25, and I was buried 22 feet underground. By the time I was 19 years old. Yeah, I went to private school. But my private schooling dictates that in any given moment, in any given moment, I'll drop you dead on your fucking feet before you even touch the ground. I don't care if you're my enemy, and I don't care if you're my friend. I don't care if you're a stranger, and I don't care if you're my family. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is that most people, you never come across nobody that cold. That's why they call me the ice cream man. That's why they call me Don Icy. That's why they call me Evooize, the Medici. I seen a guy today. I'm talking about, I guarantee the boy will sing Chris Brown under the table. I guarantee he'll sing Trey songs up under the table. The boy name is Tay. I walked past him, looked in the eyes, and kept on. I realized, oh yeah, that's Tay. Hey Tay, what up, boy? He said, you trying to figure out who I am? I said, you know who I am. Used to jam with the shorty, Carissa. Did over on such and such street, this, that, and the other. See, he knows what kind of person I am. He remembers all fucking details. Minute, minutiae, irrelevant, insignificant details. They're dangerous and they're that building. I can tell you the exact car they was driving, color. You did? He can't even tell you that. I'm telling him, yeah, you was with Carissa. There's details I'm gonna leave out because of, you know, the life and lifestyle I come from. But I said, look, man, you was with Carissa. Y'all was over yonder, this, that, and the other. You did? I put in my studio. This is how I wanted to come up. I put my studio in their crib when I found out in jail. They were saying, here, bro, I'm in the halfway house. I can lose, it's like $18,000 worth of studio equipment at the time. So keyed up on what I wanted to do. But I'm still me 100%, which means I know of every goddamn detail within the people who use the exact same thing, it just doesn't turn out to their advantage. And the reason it doesn't come out to their advantage, as you'll see, like KK, is because that individual who is controlled by the system on some level or another, that individual is having a hard time adjusting to the fact that this is reality. That's why you see so many white chicks drugged up. Alright. I don't know how to do this here, right? But I had to take me a motherfucking manhood, you understand me? So, while I'm taking a manhood, we're gonna continue this situation. I know motherfuckers is like, oh man. Yeah, well, for those who don't know what fucking I'm finna take me a manhood means, I'm finna enjoy the perks of being a boy. Because as a boy, the joys of being a boy is you can go whenever you get ready to. You can get up and go. I needed to get up and go, and that's what the fuck I did. I got up out of the confines of the truck, changed the circumstances and whatnot to my advantage because I had to go. And that's the reality of human nature. That's what I'm telling you about KK, that's what I'm telling you about myself, that's what I'm telling you about the whole entire world. It's that based on when you can get up and get up and go is to your advantage. That's when the fuck you're gonna get up and go. So you're not leaving the life of a drug addict. Because right now it's not to your advantage. You sit there and you consider every goddamn possible problem and situation with no longer being a drug user. You see? Let me see if we can get this bitch to stand up here while I put my pants together. I'm about to stand on my tippy toes. Yeah. Alright, so you know I'm still here, right? And somebody's in a fucking area taking me a piss. But anyway, I'm taking a manhood. We said we ain't gonna use no profanity around here. You understand me? Motherfucking shit, goddamn asshole. But anyway, as I was saying, that this whole shit is based on go. What's gonna make you get up and go and what you're gonna get up and go for. Now, if I know for a fact, I know for an undeniable fact that I go back out in those streets as a former drug user, as a former drug dealer, as somebody who sat here, watched you desecrate me every single day, defile me, denigrate me, dehumanize me, and degrade me. I've seen this on every possible level. Do you honestly think that there's any motivation I got left to get out there, get up, and try again? Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you meet KK, You gotta understand you're dealing with somebody in that position. They ain't getting up no more. That's the drug dealer's position. He ain't getting up no more, even though he's trying to tell you he's getting up. In actuality, he's throwing bricks at the penitentiary, putting himself in jeopardy of never getting anywhere. You see what I'm saying? He's taking the ultimate risk. The drug users, they'll keep on sending your ass through treatment. You go to jail, get out. Go to jail, get out. Go to jail, get out. Go to back on parole, go do some time, go do some jail time, go do some prison time. That's drug dealer, drug user life. Drug dealer, it's not that. So even though we in the same lane, so to speak, at the end of the day, my problem is so significantly much more relevant than yours. Because at the end of the day, you can stop using drugs at some point and be functional in society. I can't never stop being black. And I can't never stop being a felon. So shout out to the brothers that ain't felons. Because you only got one strike. For somebody that's a felon, I got 2 strikes, 3 strikes around. So I'm 2/3 of the way towards the ultimate ends. You did? I'm always 66.6 ad infinitum. Close to the end. So that's why I understand KK. Along with a number of other things that took place in my life when I was young. When I was selling crack, I had this, I ended up having this drug abuser, call him Uncle Bill, Chicago, man. Menard, Washington. So I'm out here in a bad situation. I'm on the run because I used to sell drugs up in Wisconsin. I sold weed, I sold coke, crack. Shit, I've sold shrooms, I've sold LSD. What the fuck, man? Hash. I can't think of too many drugs I didn't sell. Pills, whatever. Even when I got out of prison, I sold most of that shit. I mean, I'm coming out of Supermax. I'm coming out of Supermax. So when I say prison, I don't mean what these other dudes mean. They mean they basically broke the law, got themselves in a little bit of a conundrum, as they would say. You got a little sticky situation, and therefore they went to jail. Therefore they went to prison. Therefore, based on whatever the little sticky situation is, you went to max, you went to medium, you went to minimum, you went to boot camp, you went to dress in, dress out, whatever. You did what I'm talking about? That's just basic everyday life of a person in this society. You did? Shit, you can go to prison for motherfucking not paying your goddamn child support. So when they try to make it seem like they went to prison or this, that, and the other because they had drugs, anybody can go to prison. So there's a major difference from somebody who goes to prison and while your ass is in prison, now you consider the threat because of what you've done to prison guards. I got allegations that say that I was 17 years old, 18 years old, and I stomped the prison guard halfway to death. Now, I know all the charges. Didn't happen. You understand me? I did not do it. I promise you, I'm innocent of everything. Well, how you do it like this, right? You do it like that, right? Scout sign, right? But anyway, so this type of shit, right? And so, after I lived through that, got back to the streets, back to selling drugs, you understand me? Rob and all the shit I used to do, this, that, and other. I found myself in a position where I had all this motherfucking coke. I'm 18. I just turned 18. Fuck how long. I started to say 17 because I just turned 18. I turned 18 May 19th. I got out May 20th. You did? And I had my family to connect me from Springfield. I had a connection with the Cubans. I had a connection with guys out of Joliet, and I had another connect that was some Italians. 18 years old, I got these motherfucking connects, boy. And this is, you know, this is 90s, you understand me? So they'll give you the dope. Ain't no getting fronted. No. They just giving you the dope. If you come back, you come back. If you don't, who cares? They got so much dope. They got so much money. I mean, fuck. Your stupid ass ran off with the plug. These days it's a little different because niggas out here really ain't no motherfucking drug dealers. But the truth of the matter is this. That when a guy says that he ran off on a plug these days, he really telling you he ran off with nothing. Because the guy that's getting the drugs, the real drugs, he's getting kilos. The real guy that's getting the real drugs, he's getting pounds. Guess what? They are always giving him extra, because the only way he can get those kilos, the only way he can get those pounds, he making motherfucking moves, man. And he's got loyalty with those moves. He's got dedication, devotion, allegiance, and commitment with those moves that are producing results. They're producing dollars. So the motherfucker that's supplying him, he didn't give dude say, man, I just got 5 pounds. He lying. He got 5 pounds plus. And after you unseal them pounds, after you unseal that coke, after you unseal that heroin, there's extras for him to fuck off and play with. And so these fuck offs and play with motherfucking ounces or grams or keys or whatever the fuck, pounds or whatever he's got, it's just to find out who the fuck out there is really with him. That's for the drug dealer. Now, see, if you meet the kind of guy, he ain't no drugs, he just got drugs, he ain't never thought about none of this shit. So he just got drugs, so you thinking you getting over, and you probably is getting over because he ain't no drug dealer. Just like you, he fucked, he stuck, he in the bottom. He's nobody. You know what I'm saying? But in real life, for a motherfucker that's a true live drug dealer, let me tell you something. I already gave you that ounce knowing you was gonna run off. I didn't give you that ounce so I could gain. I gave you that ounce so you not only would you run off, you'll never come back. You dig what I'm saying? You'll never come back. You gonna stay away from me. You the shiesty piece of shit motherfucker. I gave you that ounce so you can do what you do somewhere else. Not around me, homie. You see what I'm saying? I gave you them grams. I gave you that half pound. I gave you that half a motherfucking ounce. Or whatever, or a half or eighth or whatever that you played your little shenanigans with. Listen, man, I don't heard it all. I had a motherfucker, man, I'm finna come buy that QP, man. I got X amount of dollars. All right, I'll be waiting on you. Oh, man. Hey, man, somebody robbed me. Now, why is he telling me this robbed me? That somebody robbed him for? You getting robbed ain't got shit to do with me. I'm just your supplier. Guess what he tell me? He said, man, I need it, man. I need some smoke, man. I need to smoke, man. I need a blunt. I said, you ain't got nothing. I said, yeah, you probably do. He sent me a text telling me, you know where I can get some? Now think, this is back then. Man, I'm a motherfucking pound man, nigga. I sell pounds on top of pounds on top of pounds on top of pounds, baby. I sell pounds on top of pounds on top of pounds. Pounds for real. And this nigga asked me, do I know where you can find some motherfucking shit where you can get you a blunt? I said, well, yeah, I do, but not to smoke. I know you can buy some, you know what I'm saying? If you want to smoke it, you smoke it after you buy it. You understand me? Ain't no freebies in this shit. You see the type of game he played? An elaborate game, elaborate con game of bullshit. Just so he can get a blunt. You see what I'm saying? Now imagine how many different motherfuckers I come across on a regular basis with this same ridiculous bullshit. Only one motherfucker on this earth that's gonna come across that same type of degree of bullshit as a drug dealer and as a drug user. You see what I'm saying? So that's how me and KK end up in this motherfucking whatever. You did. She wanna blog. I wanna be multimedia's biggest, most blockbuster brand in the entire universe. Here we are. You did. I'm gonna introduce you to her. She's gonna tell you I'm crazy because if you go back over this conversation, there's a lot of shit that I mixed up and missed and this, that, and the other. I went from talking about my godmother, my mother, and all that shit to this, that, and the third. But it's all part of the process because that's the life in that world. In that world, you're dealing with individuals who mine is from here to there and this, that, and the other. And it's all psychotic, just like the rest of society. What you think? Or you thought that the rest of normal society was going to be psychotic and the fringes of society wasn't going to be psychotic? What'd you think? You thought that you was going to have psychotic ass Bill Clinton, psychotic ass George Bush, psychotic ass George Bush Sr., psychotic ass Jimmy Carter, psychotic ass Obama, psychotic ass Trump, or any of these psychotic motherfuckers, Hillary, Jim Carrey, any of these motherfuckers, Ross Perot, goddammit, Al Gore, any of these psychotic ass individuals and the rest of our psychotic ass so-called normal society. You thought that y'all was gonna be psychotic and the fringes or the underground or everything outside of that wasn't gonna be psychotic. That's not even conscionable. You did. So anyway, in the process of me meeting KK and dealing with KK, we developed sort of, I don't want to call it a relationship because I don't fuck with her like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, but relationship in terms, I can't call it a friendship because she really don't know how to be a friend. She been fucked over so many times in so many different ways that when she thinks she's being a friend, to her she's being a friend. But you know, you got them motherfuckers that everything they do is detrimental to you. How the fuck is you my friend? And everything you do, it fucked up. You fucked up my car. You see what I'm saying? I came home, you don't broke my vase and shit like that. You don't fucked up all this type of shit in my house. And then you sit there and tell me a friend. Well, those of us with some sense, then you know, no, that's not a friend. Well, she ain't got that. She just feel like, I got gas in your car, didn't I? Yeah, bitch, but you got the car blowed up. But I got you gas. That's KK. Yeah, you got me gas, but because of the gas you got me, motherfucker, my car blew up. But I got you gas. That's KK. So that's what I'm gonna do, man. As best I can, I'm gonna introduce you to KK, KK's world, and in the process, hopefully introduce you to something that's got some real value to it, man. Regardless of where your life don't took you. I tell you, part of where my life took me, man. It took me to places so dark you couldn't even fathom. You couldn't even imagine it. And you damn sure as fucking ain't never gonna comprehend it or understand it. You understand me? You either went through it or you didn't. And if you did, magistrate or whoever the go-between individuals are, we know for a fact that when people in between a conversation, the middle motherfucker always fucks the whole story up. So fuck that. Instead of a middle motherfucking messenger, a motherfucker delivering the message, we gonna have you, the American people, or people around the globe, around the world. We'll have you be the middle listener. So there's 3 listeners, man. There's me listening, she listening, I'm listening, you listening. It's 5 points to this whole situation. She's listening, I'm listening, she's listening, you listening. Feel me? So anyway, In the process of all this, take whatever you want. You can take away from it and say, God damn, what the hell is he talking to the goddamn crackhead bitch for? Or you might be on her side. What the fuck is she talking to? He's nothing but a savage drug dealer. You know, I don't care which side of the fence you take. Whatever side of the equation you should happen to foul on, the upside, the downside, the back side, the front side, the left side, the right side, whatever side of the equation you fall on, learn something. That's all I'm saying. Learn something. KK's World. Brought to you by me, an American rap star, Evooize the Medici, of the Don Icy Show, and Don Icy for President 2020, now streaming on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Google Play, and YouTube, and 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 other different streaming services. Or you can just look me up at evooizethemedici.com. That is EVOOIZEDMEDICI.com. EVOIZETheMedici.com. I try to shorten it, so I gave people the EDMTheRapper.com. You understand? But go find me. I'm out there, man. Most people call me Mr. Share the Music Global. ShareTheMusicGlobal.com. I own Sponsored by Jesus.com. TouristTheRapper.com. We talk about guns, politics, and all kinds of shit. Yeah, I don't know. NaughtyBunny.org, or as we like to say, NaughtyBunny.org. You did. My online strip club, man. I got all this shit. But that's what I had in my head. As I was saying earlier, that no matter what you got going on, everybody's got an ideal in their head about how to get up out of it. Things are so treacherous that, you know, like I said, people won't even get up. It's so messed up, you won't even get up. My point being is that everybody's got an idea about how to get up. My ideal, 25 years old, federal death row unit, tell her in the Yana, right? My idea was multimedia. And I'm trying to tell you what I had going through my head previous to that flashpoint. I'm not going to go through those details. I got other skits about it and this and that and other. But previous to that, my brain is going into like this hyper overdrive. It's just spinning out of control. It's going so fast. I'm talking about, it's just like my brain speed, the brain activity is so fast that I just hear it whizzing by me. Right? It's just going so fast, like, you know, supersonic or warp speed. It's just, you understand? And all of a sudden it stopped. And like big neon flashing lights. Multimedia. And just as quick as it stopped, it went right back to the same shit. And from there, that was my process of harnessing the energy, getting a hold of the energy, take the force. What was that Sir Isaac Newton said? An object in motion tends to remain in motion, except or unless met with an equal or greater force. So we know that an equal force will stop you in your tracks. So I might stop selling drugs. I might stop using drugs. I might stop doing these things that have become a habit or a habituation in life that are causing me some form of detriment to my overall uh, safety, health, and well-being, right? Mine was multimedia. But how do I go from being 25 years old on the federal death row unit to where a multimedia company or organization or movement is actually viable, commercially uh, profitable? You see what I'm saying? And so, the other part of this question, equal or greater force. And in my book, I guess what I'm saying is that I'm sitting here 25 years old on the federal death row unit. The one thing that is of greater force is life and death. I choose death, that's a greater force that's going to take me from that position to a gurney or the death house, or they'll kill me in a cell. If I choose life, it's going to take me in the opposite direction at the same force that took me in the direction. Which means, like a slingshot, it's got to be a greater force. My nature is going to be a greater force because I chose life. I chose to breathe. I chose to stay alive. Man. So I don't know if that interrupted. I don't even think I heard the goddamn conversation. But that was my motherfucking baby mama. Disrupting, disrespecting the goddamn program. I try to tell her ass, by moose, shawty. Get out the goddamn way. I'm trying to make moves and whatnot, right? But anyway, as I was saying, the force to stay alive is much greater than the force of death. Otherwise, we'd all be dead. You understand me? You understand me? So, the fact that we've gravitated and chose the force of alive and life, the harm in why ain't we utilizing it to get up and do something greater? You see what I'm saying? My overall objective was, at 25, if I die now, they just give me a grave site, a grave plot, and a gravestone that says the date I was born and the date I expired. It doesn't say much more than that. So between now and then, I would venture to say that if I've done all these things to be able to stay alive to this point, shit, ain't no sense in dying, man. And me coming from the organization life, it was a question of, what do I want my people to remember me by? They're gonna remember me by, hey, folks was an orangutan. That they're gonna remember my, you know what I'm saying? You in society ain't gonna remember, but the people in the penitentiary, they gonna know. That young nigga, orangutan. A baboon, a gorilla, a shark, and all that Bengal tiger and some more shit mixed together. You know what the motherfucking L. Rookins told me? L. Rook and Mamin, you better go do some motherfucking research. Mamin was on America's Most Wanted. I had to probably be in like first or second grade. I had to be a little kid, no more than about 6, 7. Them motherfucker, even on motherfucking America's Most Wanted, they're accusing Jeff Fort and Mamin and all these other L. Rookins of being involved of getting rocket launchers from Muammar Gaddafi. This is from Libya, from a whole motherfucking country. All you motherfuckers who's supposedly supposed to be some thorough ass, real ass motherfuckers, you ain't never been accused, falsely or otherwise, of having the balls, the guts, the gumption, the gall, or wherewithal to reach another motherfucking country, next to Africa and get no goddamn rocket launchers. So in order for these individuals to even get the accusation, we know for a fact what kind of threat that this society perceives them as posing. You did. So in order for them to put me on a federal death row unit, in order for me to be in federal penitentiary, USP Leavenworth at the time, and by all means, one of these key actors in this El Rookin story. I'm talking about, but the brother is bad. All you make-believe, fake-believe Negroes who think you know what to do with a hammer. Bro can look at any pistol on the face of this earth, from here to who knows where, and tell you exact make and model, where it was manufactured, and so much more. The boy, man, you'll never be my goddamn granddaddy. The man don't been to so many countries. What black man you know from the ghetto, from the hood, from the goddamn projects that get in with the get down, hopping planes and going to Russia, Germany, France, Africa, you know, the whole different continent. On the way he went to Africa, so I can't, you know, specify the country. I know it's a number of different countries in Africa that he went to. Nigeria one. This is a brother. I think it was Algeria, something like that. But this is a brother, man, of the utmost. There I go getting interrupted again. I'm getting interrupted and getting, man, tank wine and grind. A lot of people gonna be at me today, you know. I'm a wanted man. But anyway, like I was saying, so in order for my man to tell me, he told me to stop thugging. You know, I consider myself, I'm like, by that time, I'm like 24 years old. And I consider myself to be 100% top flight gangster. I'm sitting at the round table with ranking members of the Black Stones, ranking members of the El Rookers, ranking members of the Gangster Disciples, ranking members of the Black Disciples, ranking members of the Vice Lords, ranking members of Four Corner Hustlers, ranking members of Latin Kings and things like that. You see what I'm saying? So I sit at the round table with them. Not the kitchen table, not the chow hall table. The round table. That's what the fuck you think I am. And I'm 23, 24. Actually, I've been sitting there since I was 19. What you think I am? You did. You understand me? Anyway, I have these people that me taking life as a critical component and key factor to your survival. The respect for your own life, not others. I'm not, you know, that finds itself doing nothing of value, as well as the drug dealer. But the drug dealer is always trying to take his nothing of value and turn it into some value. The drug user is trying to turn it into something that allows them to escape the process of having to get the value. You did? So anyway, this is where our synergy comes from. Me having been the type of individual sitting down in these type of facilities and whatnot, where I have to take so many things into consideration. In the big boy league. In the big boy league, you will be on a slab, some motherfucking where cold and stiff, if you're not capable of paying attention to all the detail. See, as a crack user, you're not in a life or death situation. Me personally, I was the kind of guy that not only was I in the life or death situations, I create them and control them. I dictate them. That's why I ended up on a federal death row unit. Because instead of me being the person that somebody might prey upon or a predator, I'm not interested in that motherfucking dance. I want to control it all. I want to control the predator and the prey and the predator. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why they think, well, we got to get this motherfucker out of the way. This motherfucker's nuts. You feel what I'm saying? This motherfucker's nuts. You dig? So anyway, that takes me to a whole different life. And then being able to tell you the story of that life, I figured somebody like KK would be an extra special treat, at least in terms of giving you a real glimpse into the real world. No bullshit. That's why I fuck with the chick. But I'll holler at y'all, man. Don't forget to check me out. Now, how the fuck do you stop this motherfucker? You dig? Copy the link. I don't know how to stop this, bitch.